How are you, everyone? Paul Wilson of the CEO of the Hwanseung Group coming at you on the 12th of September. Hope you've had a good day today. I've had a nice day at home. One of the rare days, but I've had a full day at home because of my two of my offline classes I had business meetings, so I'm still working today, but all at home, so that's really nice. Welcome to the Hwanseung Group. Just mentioning that the Hwanseung means to transfer, always transferring between transport companies, countries, assets, knowledge, inside information in all our lives. Okay, we expect to evolve from the primary base of a cash cow in corporate business English, and we're moving into Hwanseung Headhunting, which is a search firm recruitment, Hwanseung Finance, which is Hwanseung Gumyung, and also Hwanseung Budongsan, which is Hwanseung Real Estate in the next 5 years. I guess from maybe the early November I'll get my website up and running, but just right now I have a chock-a-block schedule, which is limiting my time there. Any other spare time I do have in the weekends, I devote to my family 100%. Okay, because I'm working so hard from Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. Every night. Okay, and tonight's no different. 12 p.m., 12 a.m. Finish tonight as well. Okay, just a reminder that this is all one take. There's no script. This is all raw. There's no fancy editing. I'm not interested in that kind of stuff. I just want to get the hottest contents to you in the most efficient way possible. Monday to Friday, the 5 hottest headlines in 15 minutes. Okay, so you can keep up to date with the latest trends that are going in Korea. Okay, now this first one, guys, is the monthly Seoul Transit Pass to launch in 2024. Okay, so this is pretty good. We've got Mr. Mayor Oh Se-hun there, and this is really nice. This is going to be coming out next year. Okay, it's going to be in a pilot scheme from 2024. It's 65,000 won, and it's unlimited travel. Can you believe that? Unlimited travel, subway, buses, and daringi. The bicycle sharing program there. So this is amazing news. I mean, I'm spending every month about 130,000 won for just a return trip to Hyundai Engineering Construction. But yeah, unlimited travel for 65,000 won. It's just so good value for money. So I'm really happy for it. It's actually called the Climate Card. Okay, it's called the Climate Card here because it's encouraging alleviate the living and transit costs, and also the cut down the greenhouse gas emissions there. So if you are coming to Korea, or if you're even living in Korea, there's a prepaid card that you can buy every month, and I think it's going to make those bank credit cards that have got transport discounts obsolete. So I'm really looking forward to it there. Please bring this out as soon as you can, Mr. Oh Se-hun, Mr. Mayor, 시장님. All right, Gyeonggi and Incheon are actually being considered, but I guess there'll be a fair difference. Maybe they'll make that one like 7만 5천 원 or 8만 5천 원 for those ones to be included. But Shinbundangson will not be included because of the rate difference is significantly different there. Okay, so do you like catching the bus in Korea or the subway? Well, may I remind you that yes, Hwanseung we were based on that. Okay, so I do enjoy the free advertising that is blurted every day and put on LED signposts in the buses and trains for my business. That means transfer. Okay, every day we get a lot of advertising for free there. Okay. All right, now this next one, guys, here. Ministry aims to reduce household private education expenses by 7% this year. Okay, so yes, okay, it's one of the ways they got rid of it was getting rid of the killer questions, the so-called killer questions in the CSAT, the CSSAT, which is the college secondary admission test, and this government is really taking a stand against private education. That are taking money from hardworking parents. There, I mean, I've had a Hagwon background for several years in Korea. Probably like 13 of my 15 years were based working at a Hagwon while I worked on the side as well. And I can honestly say, it's coming from a former instructor and team leader and a content developer perspective. There, I don't think Hagwons are worth the cost that goes into studying English in English. And I can't say it for maths because I never experienced it there, but private education in general is the biggest thief of parents' money. Okay, I guess the problem is we don't have any viable alternative at the moment. So if the public schools were beefed up or they had more funding, we could probably increase the knowledge learning skill set that's available for students here. But it's easily a million won for a student up to high school, at least a month for private spending on private education. Now I've spoken to successful students who belong to big big conglomerate companies there, young ones there, and I asked them, what was your recipe for success for getting into the company? Did you go to a Hagwon during high school? And they say they finished their Hagwons in middle school and they just did online learning. Now the good thing about this, guys, is the government is actually sponsoring here made premium paid courses on EBS, a state-run public broadcaster specializing in education, which offers online lectures free, allowing students to study at their own time at their own pace. So online education is the way of the future, guys. Okay, it's been proven during the Bidaemeon era of Corona. Okay, and I think it's like if you really want to build a relationship with a teacher, I think it's 99% possible done through an online course. It depends on the frequency, the quality of the teacher. Once again, I say anyone can be a teacher in Korea, but not anyone can be a good teacher. Okay, anyone can be a teacher in Korea, but not anyone can be a good teacher. It's not enough just putting a warm body in a classroom, giving them a book and say teach. All right, they're not motivated there to be a good educator there. You've got to upskill. You've got to constantly better yourself, motivate your students, get the energy from your students, and you deliver the energy to them in return. It's a vice versa reciprocal relationship there. Do your best, okay, or go hard or go home. That's what I say. Go hard or go home. Do your best or just go home. Okay. All right. Now this next one, guys. Here, Korea interest peaks as Italy battles blue crab invasion solution emerges there. Okay, so we've got this blue crab problem in Italy going on, where they've had an invasion. Now these blue crabs, I don't know why they're booming, but they are eating all the other seafood like mussels, oysters, and some types of fish. So Koreans, we actually love blue crab, which is a gokgae, okay, gokgaetang, okay, those kind of things there. Kanjangaejang, those kind of things. So this actually happened in Tunisia. In 2014, and China and Korea offered to import them, okay, at a great discount at that time. Do you remember when the gokgae was really, really cheap for Suipsan at the import time? 2014 it was. But this is a really good possible solution. It's probably going to go ahead. We help the Italians and we give them some money for that. To get their surplus invading species of crab. Okay. Now there's even there's even a bit of worry going on that the crabs might eat so much shellfish that they won't be able to enjoy vongole pasta. Okay, that's how concerned they are about these crabs and stuff. Okay, so please, Italy, please, we'll take it off your hands. We'll eat it all. Okay, and we'll give you some money in return. Have a look at this, guys. We'll have a look at a gokgae report on SBS News. Look at that. Blue crabs.
이탈리아 베네토주의 푸른 꽃게가 늘어나면서 조개나 홍합 등을 먹어치우고 있습니다.
Shellfish, oysters.
잡아먹는 꽃게 탓에 주지사가 비상사태를 선포하고 42억 원의
It's an emergency situation.
하지만 이탈리아에선 꽃게를 먹지 않아.
They don't eat blue crabs over there in Italy.
최근에 농업단체가 꽃게를 활용하는 음식 레시피를 개발해 홍보하기도 했습니다. 이 소식에 한국 인터넷 커뮤니티에서는 국내로 수입.
So the internet community in Korea was like, why don't you just bring them to Korea? We'll eat all your blue crabs. Happened in 2014 Tunisia. And they managed to find a solution by importing them here.
한국과 중국 등 아시아 국가들의 꽃게를 수출하면서 자연스럽게 문제를 해결합니다.
And we finished it all. We solved it all naturally. Okay, so give me all your crabs. I'll eat them for you there, guys. Thank you very much, Italy. Okay, all right. Now this next one, guys, here is Seoul to launch a trial of emergency vehicle priority signals here. Now this all got to do with the golden time. Okay, the golden time here. So you can imagine the Seoul being a very busy traffic area. Okay, and I've quite often seen ambulances where they get caught on traffic lights or they're stuck behind traffic and they can't get through. They've got their sirens blaring, trying to get through, but it's very difficult. Even if the drivers in front of them want to get out of the way for them and make a concession, it's sometimes very difficult there. Even with the dedicated bus lanes there, once you get stuck behind some buses, you can't get out because it's gated on both sides with poles. So what they're trying here, they're going to be trying is the ability for the emergency service vehicles, okay, to change the signals to let the traffic go through. It's imagine like flushing a toilet. It's the toilet's blocked and you press flush and then it goes through. So it's doing that kind of thing as well. Now about 50% of patients don't make it to the emergency room if they've had like a cardiovascular attack. All right. So 50% of patients, they actually die. They're saying that they die in the ambulance there. You do not want to be one of those kind of people there. Okay, which is why preventing and looking after your health is one of the best investments in your wealth. Health is wealth, guys. Health is wealth. All right, health is wealth. You know, focus on your diet. Focus on keeping you on being fit, and if it's doing cardiovascular exercise, also need some form of resistance exercise to keep your muscles toned. Okay, but yeah, there is another thing that was mentioned there. In June, they were actually building a golden hour network of ambulances that could drop into clinics that are at a closer distance, at whenever time to get like emergency cardiovascular treatment there. So yes, this is looking good. Okay, I'm hoping that this will be a very, very good game changer for patients who need to get medical assistance in urgent time. Okay, for a cardiovascular emergency there. Okay, now this last one, guys, here is, we can see here, Korean-style AI photos become a social media hit, creating ID headache. Okay, so there's actually an application called Snow, where you can upload 20 photos of yourself, okay, and it'll come up with the best AI-looking version of yourself, and you can download it for 3,300 won. 3,300원에 완벽한 연예인 같은 사진 다운받을 수 있습니다. Okay, but you cannot use it for official ID purposes or resumes there. Now, can you imagine the disappointment? I've spoken to many executives where they've looked at a resume, they've looked at this seamlessly perfect photo. The person comes on the interview and they look nothing like it. Number one, it's deceitful, and number two, it's very disappointing. Okay, to see the actual person's real life figure compared to what they've done beautifying themselves with that. Now, one of the main attractions of this is that it's cheaper than going to a studio. A studio takes about 10,000 to 30,000 won for a passport photo. Okay, and also some people are actually blending the mix of 20 of their own photos with celebrities' photos to change their face even more. Okay, so some people are very, very surprised with the results of getting these AI generated photos here. So you can see that these things here, 본인 확인이 어려운 사진은 주민등록 등으로 사용할 수 없습니다. Okay, they're not going to be accepting these photos where it cannot be easy to identify the actual person there. Mind you, the biggest issue here, guys, imagine you're doing this and you go to Incheon Airport where they have facial recognition for passports, facial recognition technology for passports and customs there. You're not going to be accepted at the airport. What a stupid thing to do. Okay, forget your vanity. Stick and be honest for official documents. Stick with the original photo of how you really look, okay? And you'll be a lot more hassle-free in the future there. People, please think ahead. Okay, guys, that's been me for today, guys. A nice day at home. Okay, two of my classes, my offline classes, have been cancelled due to business meetings. I have some classes resuming tonight. Another hustling day, another hustling night. All right, okay. This is Paul Wilson, CEO of the Hwanseung Group, just reminding you that we are Hwanseunging every time. We are transferring between transport companies, countries, assets, knowledge, insight, and intuition. Hwanseung Group is currently based on a cash cow model of corporate business English here. We are gradually increasing into Hwanseung Headhunting, which is search firm recruitment, Hwanseung Gumyeong, which is finance, again, Hwanseung Budongsan, which is Budongsan, in the next 5 years. I've been here for 15 years. Okay, I've hustled. I've been to the bottom. I'm making my way up to the top. No one's going to stop me, okay? No one's going to stop me. If you put your mind to it, you can do anything, all right? This is all no script. This is real. This is the documentary of Mr. Paul Wilson's life and progression and upgrade and development in South Korea. Those were our people today. That's Hwanseung tonight.